Hello and welcome to Meet Your Maker episode 2, where we study and explore the art of making aluminum flowers. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to the Aluminum Rustle shop here. And today we're going to talk about the process of making an aluminum flower. The first step out of 5 steps of making a flower are turning on the forge. This is a little more scary than thought, because when you turn on the propane and you hook up the propane, you put the lighter in, it really pops. It really, like it really does its thing. Then there's the second step, which is letting the forge heat up. You put the crucible in. The crucible gets red, and then which leads to the third step, which is putting the metal in. The metal gets nice and liquidy, and that'll start boiling, and then you filter stuff off the top. You pour the metal into the mold, and then you wait for that to cool. After that, you tap the metal out of the mold, which may take some time, and then you take it to the grinder, the buffer, and then to the sandpaper, in which case should be fine sandpaper. Right now I have 6 variations of flowers: the rose, the daffodil, the carnation, the lily, and the rose. When I first started forging, I was actually using charcoal instead of propane, so I would have to spend over half an hour lighting the forge. And it was also very smoky, and it would just smoke all over the place, and I'd have to use a hair dryer. I eventually bought a car exhaust and put a hair dryer in the car exhaust and stuck that up in the charcoal, and that worked for a while. I got the metal nice and liquidy and made a few flowers with that. But once I got a specific investor involved, they helped me buy a real forge, which is much safer than a charcoal forge and much more efficient than a charcoal forge. Starting with the third step, which is putting the metal in. Should make sure that the metal goes in nice and inside the crucible, otherwise it may become pasty and fall inside the forge, and the forge might actually catch on fire. That is one danger in not putting aluminum in right. And another danger in not putting it in right is it going through the crucible and also catching your forge on fire as well. The fourth step is pouring the metal. Now this is a crucial step in making flowers, especially since your result is how you pour it. Now, it should be poured carefully and with precision, without leaving any metal sticking up off the flat surface when it is poured. Pouring it carelessly may lead to it spilling over and getting on your clothes, burning through your clothes, burning your skin, and you have to go to the ER for that, which is not something anybody wants to do, really. So you have to be careful. The fifth step is letting them cool and letting them drop out of the mold. This step isn't so crucial, but to speed it up, you can dump it in water, make a big hissy noise, and then it should be cool after that. The sixth and final step is grinding it, getting any rough spots off, and buffing it to get when you grind it, it'll leave a huge mark on the flower, and so to make it smooth again, you just buff it with the buffer, and it usually removes the ridges on the aluminum. And then after that, sanding it makes it very smooth, and it almost leaves a clear coat of aluminum on it. So I got the mold. This story is a funny one. About 3 years ago, I walked into a St. Vincent de Paul store, and I was just looking around for junk as usual. You know, the previous week I bought a tennis racket for no reason. But anyways, I walked into the St. Vincent de Paul, and I went over to the baking pan section, and I found this, and I thought, oh, this would be great for cornbread. And so I grabbed it, came home, I made some cornbread with it, and then it sat in the cupboard for 3 years. And then I got into forging and realized that it was cast iron, and cast iron has a very high melting point. When I realized that, I took it outside and poured the molten aluminum, and flour popped out, and it looked amazing. And so I thought I could share it with everybody, and maybe even make a little money off of it. So right here is the forge is heating up, and we got aluminum here, we got propane here, we got flour cast here, and this wait for the crucible to get nice and hot. Otherwise, we're going to put the aluminum before the crucible were to get hot. The crucible would crack open and start melting all over the place. The hell with that. So right now we're just waiting. It's pretty good. That metal is melting. Once that metal is nice and hot, we're going to pour it into these molds here. 7 of these molds here, and from there we just let them cool. After that, move to the grinder. at the forge. Now we let them cool. So now these are nice and hard and ready to be dumped. You take it and there's one. That's a row. Yeah. Try this one out.
There we go.
There it is. This is daffodil. You can see here. It's ready for polishing. It's got little nicks in it. There's a little burn, piece of charcoal or whatever that got in there. Now, take it over to the grinder. Go and click the link in the description to my shop. Yes, do it. I need the money. I need the money right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing a suit. Yeah, I know I'm wearing a suit. But I still need the money, okay? Go click that link.